happened faster than you could ever imagine. Within 10 seconds, I went from flying to crashing. I promise you, I cannot tell you why. I instinctively reached down and grabbed the handle and pulled the parachute, and within a second, I hit the ground. It clearly saved my life, but I was within 1 or 2 seconds of dying.
We are at Aero, the grand show for light aircraft in Europe. We're here because of BRS Parachutes offered some financial help for us to be able to do this entire set of videotapes. Right now we're going to talk with Phil Solomon. Phil Solomon is the head of Tecnam North America. He's working here at Aero in the Tecnam space for this show. And Phil is going to show us around this rather sprawling display space with, I think we counted 7, maybe 8 LSA coming from the Tecnam company. So welcome, Phil.
Thank you, Dan.
We decided to start with the high wing models, and then we're going to go look at some low wings and then a special one right at the end.
Great.
But we thought we'd just start with the one that's perhaps most approachable, most affordable. What are we looking at?
Okay, this is the Echo Classic Light. The engine is an 80 horsepower Rotax 912 UL. Extremely good fuel economy, and certainly one of the benefits of it is that you can in fact use 87 unleaded fuel with or without ethanol, plus the usual fuels that all of the engines use, MoGas and NavGas. It's really aimed for the budget-conscious buyer, someone who really just wants to get back to the basics of flying without necessarily filling the aircraft with avionics, although if they want to, they certainly can. Sort of starting price around $75,000.
Is that right? That's a very
absolutely.
low number these days. That's the number we thought we were going to see some years ago, and we're seeing it now 8 years into LSA.
Right. What we're trying to do really is sort of make a plane that people might club together to buy, or alternatively one that people will say, you know what, I'd like to build some time, but it's really expensive to do so. So there's an opportunity with a plane like this to build some time at very, very affordable rates. Fuel consumption is around 3.5 gallons an hour.
3.5 gallons an hour.
Well, one of the really great things about this particular plane is it's fun. I've flown a lot of the other planes, and I flew this one back from Sun and Fun a few weeks ago, and I had a smile on my face from the moment I took off to the time I landed, and about for 3 hours afterwards, because it's just so simple, it was so easy to fly, and with the panel that's sort of fairly rounded but low, the visibility was just up low. I just had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun in the Echo
Classic
Light.
Absolutely.
And this is the one that's the lowest priced in the line.
Yes, it is.
Let's go look at something just
great.
one up the scale.
Okay, thank you.
So we're taking our tour of the Tecnam line. We've gone from the Echo Classic Light, the very low cost one. Now we've moved up the scale a little bit. We're looking at the P92 Eaglet, and I recall this airplane, I think they said the Eaglet has landed in the United States about 2008. Tell us a little bit about this airplane, and maybe let's talk a little bit about how the Tecnam airplanes are constructed, Phil.
Okay, well typically the aircraft are all metal. The only composite parts generally are going to be parts that are non-structural. So
wheel pants, cowlings,
right. But effectively, it's a structural metal aircraft. Some of the key features of the P92 series, of which the Eaglet is one of them, is that it's got a really high lift wing, very thick, chunky wing, get yourself off the ground fairly fast, good climb performance, and very short landing performance. Nice, sprightly 100 horsepower Rotax 912 ULS engine. As options, we actually do also offer the Lycoming 233 engine in the
Eaglet. Okay.
Correct. This is really the plane that we encourage people to use for flight training, particularly in the US, because it's very easy to handle. It's spin approved. It's got a lot of headroom because there's no carry-through spar because of the struts that we have here, and it's a little bit wider than what we've just seen, which was the Echo Classic Light. And so, in terms of the sort of flight school sort of resilience that's needed, this is the plane that...
Well, they're going to put lots of people of different sizes into them as well. So.
Right, absolutely. Probably more stuff on we would probably put more stuff on the panel in this one, particularly in a training environment. Nice glass panel to get people used to that. Maybe a NavCom, depending on what we're trying to achieve. Certainly a GPS, but in all of our models now, we're putting the iPad Mini with a level AHARS as a sort of secondary system, and also we now have a Tecnam app that we can put on there as well that does weight and balance, all the operating manuals, all of that type of stuff.
Okay, the P92 Eaglet, the step up in the process of Tecnam airplanes.
Yep.
Let's go see if we can find the next one up in the line.
Okay.
This is one of the newest. It's the P92-Tail Dragger. Tell us a little bit more about this one, Phil.
Well, the Tail Dragger, again, was sort of designed for a particular market. Some of the people who just like to go out a little bit into the outback, you might say. We also have available with this model a cargo pod, which means you can
underneath down here.
That's right, carry some camping equipment and so on. This is available actually again in multiple engines. It's available in Europe with 3 engines: the 912 ULS Rotax, the 914 Rotax Turbo, and also the Lycoming 233. In the US, we've pretty much kept it to 2 of the versions.
The 2 Rotax.
Actually, no, 1 Rotax is the turbo we don't have in the
I see. You got the
US.
You got the 100 horsepower 912 ULS
and
the Lycoming 0233 then. Available in the Tail Dragger.
And it's actually a bit faster than the standard P92s. We're looking at around 118 knots. Very good climb performance for both the Lycoming and the Rotax versions. And generally, it's considered to be a sort of fun aircraft. And as you can see, we have some fun colours. This one, I believe, this one is physically going to be going to Australia.
All the way to Australia. As I'm looking aft here, Phil, I don't know that I noticed this or not on the other ones, but I noticed the door here accommodates additional visibility and additional room inside.
Right, that's actually become typical. It started to come in with the P92 Eaglet series, although we've slightly changed the door since then, but it just gives you a little bit more.
Right about where you need it.
Right,
at the elbow.
And on this particular one, you know, we have the polished aluminum there, both for weight but also for looks. We've tried to make it a little bit of a retro style.
There's some differences in type too, right?
Right. There's definitely polished chrome on the inside for the yokes and also for the rudder pedals, and a sort of an interior that again is a little bit sort of retro, appeal to the sort of person who say, you know what, I'd like a Cub, but I'd like it to be side by side and all metal, which I think is a little bit important.
Sure, I think most of in fact, all of the Tecnam airplanes, I think, have a kind of sophisticated look that sort of suggests airport use to me.
Right.
And indeed, that's how the vast majority of them will be used, I'm sure. But when you want to go off airport a little bit, this might be your baby. And I even see some ski equipment down here.
Right. Yep.
We're doing our tour of the Tecnam line. We looked at the Echo Classic Light.
Yep.
We looked at the Eaglet, which is available either with a Rotax or the Lycoming engine.
Correct.
We're actually missing one airplane here because you have so many airplanes you couldn't get them all in the hall here. That's the cantilevered Bravo airplane.
That's right.
And I guess that might fit sort of in between, but now we're looking at one that a lot of people think is one of the prettiest in the high wing line. That's the P2008.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit more about this one. It's got some differences.
Oh, absolutely. One of the biggest differences is that it's a carbon fiber fuselage with metal wings.
The wings stay metal,
Right.
fuselage is all carbon
and
fiber.
there's reasons for that. Carbon fiber gives us the opportunity to make the aircraft a little bit wider, better resistance to noise, but the metal wings means that it's easily repairable because they're the things that are most likely to get hit by birds or by fences or other things.
Or by hangar damage.
Oh, right, exactly. And so we're sort of trying to combine the best of 2 worlds. Some of the unique features about the V2008 is that all of the connections between the metal components and the carbon fiber body are all actually metal to metal. So we have a structure within the carbon fiber so that the metal attach points, the struts, and the aluminum gear or the steel gear is always into a steel structure. And so that way you avoid the possibility of abrading. Now, in terms of space, the other thing that carbon fiber allows us to do, because of the weight advantages, is it allows us a much bigger cabin, so it's wider than any of our other models. We've got a bigger baggage area, and so for people with a bit wider shoulders and so on, it's a little bit more comfortable. Available with lots of different engines. You can get it with the normal 912 ULS Rotax, but but you can also get it with the 914 turbo.
Oh, you can.
And
okay.
so we're actually very pleased because there are two P2008 turbos that are about to arrive in the US.
Ah, great.
And so we're looking forward to
I
seeing.
think those will be the first ones, right?
They will be the first ones, and I guess the advantage is that obviously in hot and high locations, but also it means that you can keep about 120 indicated airspeed right up to 10,000 feet or higher. So that would be attractive to a lot of people.
Yes, so some of those folks that are operating, let's say in a place like Denver, Colorado, would see great value to that, or some of the high country out west.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, talking here today with Phil Solomon, who has taken us around the entire fleet. Thank you very much for your considerable time to look at all these many airplanes. I've got information about all of these airplanes as well. We'll get back to that in a moment, but first let's talk about websites, both in Italy, or worldwide I guess I should say, and in the USA.
Okay. Go to two places. To find out about the overall product range worldwide, go to www.tecnam.com, and for the North American operations, go to www.tecnam.net.
Calm and net, pretty easy. Can't hardly miss with that. Tecnam's easy to spell. I've got information I think about just about all of these airplanes, and we'll have more, including the newest story on bydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks a lot for joining us here at Aero.
Decisions that we make that can define us, and it's a decision John Freese made a few days ago that he credits with saving his life. This is what's left of John Freese's Cessna 182, and quite remarkable, especially when you look at this damage. Here is John Freese.
It happened faster than you could ever imagine. Within 10 seconds, I went from flying to crashing.
Freese says his Cessna had its annual safety maintenance check when he took off Monday night from the Marshall County Airport near Holly Springs, Mississippi. At around 400 feet, Freese says the plane stalled and he had zero control. Just days before his fateful flight, he had installed an emergency parachute system in the single-engine plane.
I promise you, I cannot tell you why. I instinctively reached down and grabbed the handle and pulled the parachute, and within a second I hit the ground.
This video is of the parachute system. Freese says he installed it to appease his wife. She's used to flying in a twin-engine plane. Little did he know he'd be using the $25,000 parachute within days.
It went from nose down to horizontal just in time for the impact, so it clearly saved my life, but I was within 1 or 2 seconds of dying. I can't even describe to you what an impact it was, and it just took me a second. I thought maybe I was, that I'd kill myself. I've never been afraid of dying. That sounds odd, but I was not scared. I was shocked at how close I came.
Now you won't believe this, but Freese says he only has a small cut on his arm and a very sore back, and quite a story to tell.